Now, as you guys know, Scarlett Johansson's my celebrity crush, and now she's playing an anime character. You know I'm gonna have a fun time watching this movie. What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing the live action anime adaptation that people did have a little controversy going into it. And that movie is Ghost in the Shell. This one's directed by Rupert Sanders and it stars Scarlett Johansson in the very successful anime adaptation of Ghost in the Shell. In this movie, the Major's played by Scarlett Johansson, and she's an AI robot who's created by this company, and she can do many things like kick some major ass. She's set to take out some other criminals within the organization, but then the CEO of the company is unsatisfied with their progress, and so he wants to do something about it, and the Major has to then go out and set on a quest to defeat every single bad guy that wants to kill her within this group. Now, I was pretty interested going into this movie. As you know, Scarlett Johansson's my celeb crush. I love her in every movie she's been in. She's badass as Black Widow in the Avengers franchise. And just to see her take on a role like this is very brave of her. There's always controversy going into a movie like this. It happened with Matt Damon in The Great Wall. Scarlett Johansson, a white woman, is playing a Japanese woman in this anime film, Ghost in the Shell. Now, I've never been into anime. It's never been my type of thing. I haven't seen anything of it. But a thing I have noticed is that my dad actually owns a copy of Ghost in the Shell on DVD. And the things I've been hearing about that animated film, it's one of the best. And so I was hopeful going into this movie that they would be able to do it successfully into live action. And they need to get a big actress like Scarlett Johansson to help sell it to American audiences. And I gotta say, I was pretty impressed by this movie. I really enjoyed this live action version of Ghost in the Shell. So let's jump right into the positives. The thing that I enjoyed the most about this movie was Scarlett Johansson as the Major. She was amazing in this film. She kicks so much ass and she totally does portray this character well. Despite the controversy, I do not care the color of their skin. She totally owned this role in every single scene she was in. And that's coming from a guy who doesn't watch anime at all. I was totally into this character. I love her backstory, some interesting stuff in there, and Scarlett Johansson was a great casting choice. The action sequences in this movie are great. They're riveting and well choreographed, and I thought Rupert Sanders did a great job of showing the action, and it wasn't that much shaky cam, and it was also 360 as well. I was really impressed. A lot of slow-mo. I could easily tell what was going on in those action sequences. But I gotta say, the visual effects, cinematography, and the setting of this movie were mind-blowing. The visuals looked amazing and realistic. The cinematography was beautiful. And also the setting. When I saw the trailer, it easily reminded me of Blade Runner, the entire city alone. Still haven't seen that, gotta see that movie. And Ex Machina, the AI artificial intelligence movie that came out in 2015. Just Scarlett Johansson's body in that looks like Ex Machina. But it's so cool to watch. And I also thought the source material was really well handled. They really did play it safe to make fans of this anime film satisfied. And I thought they did a great job with the source material. Oh, and the score for this movie is great. It's gritty and suspenseful and mysterious. However, it's not a perfect movie. There were some things I didn't like about it and I found kind of disappointing. So let's jump into the negatives. This film is really slow paced, and I mean it really occurs in the second act of this movie. There are tons of scenes that really drag on, full of exposition sequences that are uninteresting, and I kind of wanted them to go forward with the story and not give us too much exposition that feels kind of over bloated. I felt the other characters besides the Major were really underdeveloped and kind of wasted, like Batu. I really liked his character a lot. He was badass, but I felt like he didn't get enough moments to shine, and he seemed like a really cool side character to Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, they had great chemistry. I just wanted to see more of him. And my final complaint with this movie is with the villain. I don't want to say his name because it is a spoiler, but the villain of this movie was very interesting, and he's kind of wasted as well. I didn't really fully understand what his motivations were, and he seemed kind of pointless and just shoehorned in, and I didn't understand why and what his motivations were. Despite the flaws, I can say I was pretty surprised by this movie. Despite me not being a huge fan of anime, I can say this movie is a good live-action adaptation of Ghost in the Shell. I love the action, the visuals, the score. This is just a pretty-looking movie with a great direction from Rupert Sanders, and I would love to see more of Scarlett Johansson as this character. And I do think fans of Ghost in the Shell will be very satisfied by this movie, and on my rating scale, I'm going to give the new Ghost in the Shell a 3.5 out of 5 stars. If they would have fixed all the problems I have, it's not perfect, but it's really good. Alright guys, that was my review for Ghost in the Shell. Have you guys seen this movie yet? Are you going to go see it? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you guys haven't yet already, I just uploaded my new channel update video for the month of April. I've covered a lot of stuff in that video with movie reviews, new collabs, trailer reactions, Blu-ray updates, everything I've talked about is in that channel update. So if you haven't checked it out, be sure to check it out. Thank you guys as always for watching this review. And if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe today for more content. All my social media links are in the description down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!